Yeah, we checked it. It was good.
How's your level right now? Good.
We're good.
It's running now. I don't know why it does that.
Is the stream is the audio okay now that it's gone live?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I was using paint and said live in 3 hours. And I went in the controls building. It said 110 right here. And it took like a minute. It's something our setup. I've never done. It makes it look longer. Running live sounds good. I haven't done that personally streaming on YouTube. I love our system.
That's what I'm saying. Only this section. Like, I've been like testing my camera to make sure I can get like good shots. I am in so much pain because I was packing for 6 hours. On a few things. Well, none of my friends are looking at what Dad and my brother are gonna be here as well. Exactly. It's like, I'll do it in the summer, but like I live here in First Street. Like 1 block over is Milwaukee. So I still get it's the gunshots and fireworks, and also there's the occasional dead body and police chase on my street. So, and the drugs that happen outside my house. Like this car pulled up and I was like, okay, this is illegal to park on this side of the street, and then one pulled up the other way, and I was just like, really tilted with them. Oh, really? My brother lives yeah. I live on Humboldt. He lives like, you know, where like he lives like kind of like literally like maybe a 2-minute walk. I don't know where he lives. Like he lives right by CDS and like that's hilarious. I hung out all summer over there. Like, I don't seek out vegetables. Right? Like my friend, this girl from high school, I think, like her grandma was like, oh, the Slender Man girl. Remember the Slender Man stabbing? So my brother, this is gonna be a long story, but my brother's ex-fiance's best friend's stepsister was one of the stabbers, and they were moving, and they had 3 dogs, and they needed to get rid of them, so we got one of her dogs. Yeah. It was crazy. I have a weird title is I have their dog. She's been like Arizona. Right. I would not take it my tiny ass.
watch my time because I was having so much fun. Sorry. Okay.
Cool.
Oh no, I didn't realize that. Hi, Jasmine. Today's actually a goodbye day. Well, it's not just Hannah, like Jayana and like.
afternoon, everyone, and welcome. On the occasion of the honors banquet, I quoted Anne Lamott about prayer. She says, "Keep it simple, stupid." That there are three prayers. The first is help, the second is thanks, the third is wow. I'm sure that you've all prayed the help prayer over the years. Today is the day for the thanks and the wow. And just looking out at you, like an extraordinary group of good and gifted people. The blue-gowned ones and all the other gowned ones too. So let us be mindful of how much goodness there is in this room, how much effort has been placed in all of our getting to where we happen to be standing at this moment. Graduation needs a step up. May we all take a step up and a step out. Let us pray. Almighty and ever-living God, we give you thanks and praise for the great gift of life, for your faithfulness to our human families and to this wonderful institution from one generation to the next. Make us truly grateful and put a little spring into our feet as we take the next step. Amen.
Well, it is really great to be together. Welcome to Finlandia University's 2019 commencement. For those of you who have traveled far to be with your student, your family member, we are so glad that you traveled to be here with us. For those of you who live down the block, we're grateful that you would come and be with us today. And I say to you who are family, thank you for the love, the support, the encouragement along the way that has made the difference for your graduate today. Because without that, the way is much more difficult. So thank you, and I would invite you to give yourself a hand. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to Finlandia University's Board of Trustees. We have most of them with us today. You could raise your hand, trustees. Thank you for being here today, for tending carefully to the mission of this institution. We are grateful. For my colleagues in the staff and administration, I thank you today for accompanying our students with this amazing blend of encouragement and challenge, for this uncommon attention that you provide. And it's true that for many of our staff, our colleagues that are among staff and administrators, so much of what you do is unheralded, it's unrecognized. And so we recognize you today, and I thank you for this past academic year and all that you have done to bring this class to this time and to this celebration. I want to thank you as faculty. Thank you for listening carefully to the call to teach and engaging our students in their entirety. And to you graduates, class of 2019, I thank you. I thank you for what you have brought to Finlandia. I thank you for excelling in your disciplines. I thank you for leading well. I thank you for competing proudly. I thank you for your self-expression and your expressions of selflessness along the way, helping others, helping fellow students. Finlandia University is a better place because of you. Thank you, and congratulations. Welcome, everyone.
Each year, Finlandia University's Academic Achievement Committee selects an outstanding student from the graduating class who is recognized at the Honors and Awards Banquet and also who has the dubious honor of delivering a speech today. The student representative is recognized not only for his or her outstanding academic achievement, but also for his or her involvement on campus and within the community. This year's representative, Haley Makala, impressed the Academic Achievement Committee for these very reasons, and also because of her achievements outside of the classroom. Haley is an excellent example of someone who has taken advantage of the many opportunities that Finlandia education offers. In addition to being a two-sport athlete in soccer and basketball, she was active in the Student Senate, served as a student orientation leader, has been a member of the Equity and Diversity Committee, represented Finlandia at the TRIO Leadership Summit, and she was also a 4-year member of the Alpha Lambda Delta Honor Society. Finally, she was the 2018 recipient of the Einari Vidgren internship for the Finnish company Ponsi in both Rhinelander, Wisconsin and Virma, Finland. She managed all of this while maintaining a greater than 3.9 grade point average. Please give a warm welcome to our 2019 student representative, Haley Makala.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Haley Makala, the 2019 student representative. Classmates, who am I to deserve such a great honor? Why, I would be nothing without Mrs. Puff. And to my public, all I can say is I'm touched. Said the great SpongeBob SquarePants as he accepted the duty of hall monitor. You may know the famous Mr. SquarePants as a Krabby Patty perfectionist. And if you don't happen to be a huge fan of SpongeBob, don't worry, I'm not going to spend all my time today talking about him. But come find me after the ceremony and maybe I can change your mind. But anyways, some other famous quotes of my shiny, absorbent, and porous hero include, I am ugly and I'm proud, and what I've learned in boating school is. The latter I can totally relate to, because today I'm going to tell you about what I've learned at my time at my boating school, we all know as Finlandia. My experience here at Finlandia has been as rich as it is varied. I've been stressed, I've laughed, and I've cried. What more could you ask for from college? Well, as most of you know, Finlandia has a lot more to give than the average college experience. We are able to become a family here. We are able to get hands-on experience in our passions. We are able to play the games we love. People invest in us, professionally and personally. They ask how you're doing and generally care how you respond. We can all attest to that. That is special. Finlandia is the type of place where you are important. You're not just a face in the crowd. Each member of the faculty and staff is a tool that provides us with a different purpose for us to succeed. For me, basketball and soccer were outlets away from academics that provided me with teammates that soon became family. Student Senate let me create friendships with students outside of my circle and plan events for others to enjoy. Leanne is the fun dorm mom who listened to me complain and put up with my brattiness. April and Alana were my bookstore moms who always helped me make decisions and encouraged me to make the most for myself. My friends are the best group project members, the ones who make 2.5-hour classes fun, and the ones who support each other. These people, these experiences, these memories could only be found at Finlandia. A huge part of why my college career has been so meaningful to me is the fact that I got so involved with so many of the events and programs here. Why did I become so involved? I used to have a hard time answering this, but it dawned on me this year. Why not? There are so many opportunities to help out the school, community, and fellow students. Getting involved at Finlandia is the reason to buy into this place. It's not easy, but it's worth it. After my first year, I felt something missing. I wasn't involved enough. Halfway through my sophomore year, I started to look for opportunities to give back. I applied to be in Student Senate and an orientation leader. That's when it all started. I began to say yes and lend a hand wherever was needed. Sure, I was exhausted, but take a look around. Look at the management team, look at the marketing department, look at all the department heads, look at the facility management team. They all stretch themselves thin so we can enjoy our experiences and succeed as students. This amount of effort and sheer selflessness has inspired me throughout my years to attempt to mirror even just a portion of what the faculty and staff do to give back. The longer I attended Finlandia, the happier I was with my choice to come here. I committed myself, heart and soul, to this school, and in doing so found my purpose. According to Time magazine, the secret to happiness is giving back. The first step is to find your passion. For a lot of us, those passions were found here at this university. I am passionate about athletic marketing. I found out I could sit down with Coach Jordan and Coach D to talk about their recruiting processes. It was easy for me to tie into concepts I've learned in the past few years, so I enjoyed those conversations immensely. The biggest step, finding my purpose, my passion, was completed. The next step in the pursuit of happiness is to give your time and yourself, which I dove into wholeheartedly. I volunteered, joined clubs, and helped out anywhere I was needed. Finlandia has also invested back into me by providing the opportunity to go to Finland for an internship. All these efforts to gain experience, learn from others, and to give back. This way, I've learned to integrate my interests and skills to wherever I am. I look around me and I see my peers and friends growing in the same way from their involvement in the school. We learn to become proactive, not just reactive. But in striving, one must also learn not to overwhelm yourself. Life happens, we learn to put up boundaries, and we learn the value of priority. But through all of this, we gain purpose, meaning, and happiness. All the things that we look for in life, but are so hard to find. For me, they were right here at Finlandia. Before I let you all go, I want to thank my parents, siblings, and my partner. Thank you for all being here and believing in me along my journey. You've provided me with food, mental breaks, movie marathons, vacations, and most importantly, love. I love each of you so much, and it means the world to me that you traveled to my games and to watch me stand here in front of you today. Thank you, Mom, Dad, and all the Macalas out there. I won't let you down. Let's go back to quoting SpongeBob. 4 years later. 4 years is a long time together. As we sit here, I want you to think about your favorite Finlandia memories. Some may be with athletics, friends, or classmates. I think about an 18-hour van ride to North Carolina for the GSAC tournament my freshman year, and hosting broomball for the first time ever. I think about how special it is to have been here for the growth of athletics, attending the first ever football game, baseball and softball success over the past couple seasons, watching the hockey teams relight their fire, and being a part of a winning soccer team. In 4 years, Finlandia has grown a lot. It makes me happy to see how the school spirit has increased. Overall, though, I think all of us are just happy to have been here, to have met the friends that will last a lifetime, and to have experienced some of the most fun times in our life. Class of 2019, good luck with everything. Find your passions and make the most of your time, wherever it may be. I'm glad I got to know all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Haley. And congratulations again. If you would all please stand and join us in the hymn Finlandia, which is being led today by Professor Emeritus Dan Mackey and accompanied by Tracy Henderson. A copy of your music is on the last page of your program. It is my pleasure now to introduce Dr. Jeannie Kempinen, Board Trustee, to the podium.
The Finlandia University Board of Trustees Distinguished Faculty Award annually recognizes in teaching, advising, scholarship, and service. Those eligible for this award include full-time faculty members who have served no fewer than 3 years at Finlandia. Nominees considered for recognition are evaluated by the Board of Trustees, Committee on Academics and Assessment. Criteria for evaluation, but are not limited to, guide recognized original scholarship or research, innovative integration of scholarship into teaching, curriculum, exceptional engagement with students that contributes to personal growth, professional confidence, intellectual exploration, and continuous positive contribution made to Finlandia's learning community that best champions Finlandia's vision to be a whole learning community accompanying the whole student to whole life. I'm pleased to announce this year's recipient of Finlandia's University Board of Trustees Distinguished Faculty Award is Dr. Hilary Bertman, Professor, American Studies.
Congratulations, Hillary. It is my delight to introduce Reverend Catherine Finnegan, Bishop of the Northern Great Lakes Synod of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America. Catherine, I'm going to invite you to come up with me now. Yes. I think all of us have had an opportunity to read Bishop Finnegan's brief bio that is in our program. I won't, Catherine, repeat any of that, but let me offer some words. Past bishops of the Northern Great Lakes Synod have been strong supporters of Lutheran higher education and Lutheran campus ministry here in the Upper Peninsula, and I'm grateful that it remains so with you. Bishop Finnegan recently returned from Finland, attending the consecration of the Bishop of Espoo. She represented the ELCA's presiding bishop, the Reverend Elizabeth Eaton. And she shared some of her experience in the Synod's newsletter following her return. And among her reflections appearing there, she wrote, "It's a curious phenomenon, and it has made me think about what the Church strives to preserve while the rest of the world has simply moved on. To the point where there's a gap, a chasm even, between what is meaningful in the Church and what is meaningful to the people that the Church wants to reach." Pastor Finnegan, as those before her, brings to the office of bishop leadership willing to speak honestly about the weaknesses and the vulnerabilities and perceived irrelevance in the Church today. And it's a lesson for all of us in higher education as well. An honest look at ourselves to determine what and how to deliver degree programs that are the most needed in the 21st century workplace and world is needed continuously. It's hard work, Bishop Finnegan, and I thank you for taking it up and offering leadership for the Church at such a time as this. Help me welcome Bishop Finnegan.
It is such an honor to be here with you today. Thank you to President Johnson and to the board for your invitation and for the wonderful hospitality of Finlandia University. My congratulations to all of you in blue for your accomplishments. You have made education a priority. You have put in the time. You have managed the demands. You have taken out the loans. We celebrate with you this moment of recognition for all of your effort. You are different today than when you started. You are more knowledgeable, and I dare say you have done more than just written papers and observed lab results, finished projects, and discussed ideas. I would think that you have a better understanding of how to learn, how to think, and how to organize those thoughts into a clear line of communication, into a well-structured argument, and you are able to contribute meaningfully to rational and civil discourse. That's my hope for you anyway, as the ability to have rational and civil discourse in our culture is a vanishing art. You probably have heard the rumor that the world is changing. And I can definitely say it has already changed from when I sat where you are and heard a commencement speaker I'd never heard of and don't remember give all kinds of wisdom that I promptly forgot. I remember being in the very first class to have computer programming when I was a senior in high school. They had to clear out a closet for the 3 new computers that we received. As a freshman in college, I was proud of my new portable typewriter with the high-tech corrective ribbon. My phone was the wall-mounted, beige-colored landline whose cord was stretched to 3 times its length so it could reach the privacy of the outside hallway. I traveled through Europe with my Pentax K1000 35mm camera. And I tried very hard not to take pictures that weren't print-worthy because developing film had a price tag and I wanted every picture to count. Of course, I didn't know how the pictures turned out until weeks later after I had returned home and developed them, so it was way too late when I realized that every picture I had taken in Paris had my finger in the frame. There was the Eiffel Tower and my finger. There was the Eiffel Tower, you could see the bottom of it, and my finger. The Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame, the Arc de Triomphe, all of them were some way partially obscured by one of my fingers. Maybe they were different fingers, maybe I have that going for me, I don't know. If you want to see pictures of Notre Dame before the fire, I can't help you. Because my finger is in the way. Now with my digital camera, I still have to give myself permission to take as many pictures as I want, and I can see them right away. But strangely enough, the question still is, are they print-worthy? It is a marvel to me that you, your generation, the 20-somethings of the world have never in your whole life lived in a world without computers or laptops. You will never, if you can help it, own a complete set of Britannica encyclopedias. For most of you, if not all of you, cell phones are an extension of your being, like a purse or a wallet, even more so. I can only imagine what it is like for you, how it has shaped your perspective in the world. To have lived at a time when school shootings and random acts of senseless violence are not only possible, but we wonder with some trepidation when the next one will occur, and the thing is, we never have to wait very long. I don't know how it has impacted you to live at a time when domestic terrorism is more of a threat than acts of war, and the political stage is anything but stable. But I do believe that just as I have witnessed many, many changes in my lifetime, so will you. You may have heard of the church historian Phyllis Tickle. She posited the theory that every 500 years, there's this huge fruit basket upset of culture, of institutions, of art, everything, technology, science. 500 years ago, the world experienced the Enlightenment, and the church was rearranged by the Reformation sparked by Martin Luther and his 95 Theses that challenged whether or not church practice was in alignment with the gospel of Jesus. Add to that the technological invention of the printing press, and never before was information communicated so efficiently to a mass audience, taking only weeks and months instead of years. Add to that the new ideas of Galileo, Sir Isaac Newton, Da Vinci, and more, as the world emerged from the Dark Ages and experienced a new awakening on all fronts of the human experience. 500 or so years before that, 1054, was the Great Schism of the Church. And 500 years before that, the world shifted as the Roman Empire fell and the church exerted its power on the political stage. And 500 years before that, the Temple of Jerusalem fell. Jesus lived and died. And a rising countercultural movement gave momentum with loving God and loving our neighbors as ourselves as its guiding principles. And now today, as the fulcrum of history turns, we are again in the midst of another shift in cultural paradigms and a reevaluating of personal and collective values. Once again, there is great technological and scientific advancement, and the world is experiencing a reorientation of attitudes. With social media, we know what's happening across the globe as it is happening. We have a sense of community on a global scale. The dust of the status quo has been kicked up and may not settle in my lifetime, but it might in yours. At least your generation will be one that helps shape what things look like and feel like as the future finally emerges from the haze. I believe part of that dusty haze, that change, is seen in that people today are more and more polarized. It seems people are more interested in defending their position than in learning why another may disagree with them. We do tend to surround ourselves with people who agree with us, and we look for information that affirms our already formed conclusions of what is true. As the battle lines get drawn between Republican and Democrat, as the advances of the civil rights movement regress in the face of rising white nationalism, and more people feel it is permissible to be their worst selves, as we observe the warming of the planet and the increase in random shootings and argue about whether or not we can do anything about it, as neighbors and family disagree fiercely about who is right and how we as a nation should move forward, my question to you is, where do you see yourself in all of it? And how do you see yourself making a positive difference in the world? And most importantly, will you? I'm asking because I confess I perhaps have too much hope in your generation. I hope that you will find a way to accomplish what so many of my generation and older struggle to do or are anxious and grieving the changes that they see, that they don't know how to meet the current challenges, how to adapt, how to fix things or improve things or seek out and defend not an entrenched position, but the common ground. I have hope in you, that you will use your education, your ambition for achievement and accomplishment, your ability to think, and your skills for rational discourse to bridge gaps in understanding and find a way forward that is life-giving for all and do things in a way that is so not the way things have always been done. As you apply yourself to the challenges of your future life, I'd like to share with you some strategies that I have found helpful to revisit as necessary. Number 1, do not exclude the opposing voice, nor give in to the temptation to demonize it. If we only surround ourselves with those who agree, we miss out on learning something new. Number 2, remember, you don't even know what you don't know. There are often extenuating circumstances, perspectives you've never thought of, wisdom from another. Be wary of forming opinions too soon. Leave room for your own error or a course correction. Number 3, try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Chances are they're doing the best they can, just like you. They too have a story worth sharing, a story worth hearing, experiences that have shaped them. And finally, number 4, find a center, a grounding, something that will tether you to what really matters as the winds of change blow and kick up the dust. For me, that center is the love of God in Christ Jesus. But even if you are not one who strives to follow the example of Christ, you really can't go too far wrong if your actions are weighed against the standard of love. Love for yourself, love for your neighbor, love for humanity, love for creation. There is value in kindness. There is value in forgiveness. To the graduating class of 2019, you have been born at a time of great change and anxiety, which also produces great opportunity. It is a wonderful time to discover new discoveries and make a positive difference in the world. It is, I think, in many ways a benefit for you to not fully understand how the world has changed, because then you won't be hampered by nostalgia, trying to get back to something that was, instead of moving forward to what is becoming. You are in a position to shape the world, or at least even your own corner of it, your own sphere of influence. You are uniquely equipped for this time in history. You have a global sense of the world. You are comfortable with technology and communication streams that have been a part of the air you breathe. You know how to multitask and problem solve using a host of new skills that were not a part of the world even 20 years ago. And you have received an education that has, I hope, taught you how to discern what is right and what is wrong, and when and how to struggle in the gray. You are equipped for the challenges ahead. May God bless your efforts as you leave this place to apply yourself and all that you have learned, to bridge the gaps, improve the world, find common ground, and always keep moving forward as the world changes and the dust flies. May you love well and use your creativity and your unique perspective that only the 20-somethings of the world have to make the world a better place. My hopes and my prayers go with you. Thank you.
Will all associate degree candidates please stand? Mr. President, these students have completed all the requirements for the associate degree, and I am pleased to present them to you at this time for the conferring of the degree.
By the authority vested in me by the Finlandia University Board of Trustees and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon each of you the associate degree with all the rights, the privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Please be seated. Will all bachelor degree candidates please stand? Mr. President, these students have completed all requirements for the bachelor degree, and I am pleased to present them to you at this time for the conferring of the degree.
And by the authority vested in me by the Finlandia University Board of Trustees and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon each of you the bachelor degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Please be seated. President Johnson, Dr. Jeannie Kempinen, representative from the Finlandia University Board of Trustees, and Jason Sullivan, University Registrar. Please step up to assist with the presentation of the diplomas. Will all associate degree candidates please stand? You may come forward. Associate in Applied Science, Medical Billing and Coding, Melanie Beth Scott, magna cum laude. Associate in Applied Science, Physical Therapist Assistant, Austin Paul Carlson, Alpha Lambda Delta Honor Society. Neil Vincent Pollock, J.C. Marie Faccio, Julie Pauline Heinonen, Avery Wyatt Hubricks, Destiny Ann Marinich, Taylor Jean Nettle, Rachel Lynn Ronquist, Anna Ellen Russo, Caitlin Ailey Rennanen. Carolyn Dolores Schwartz, magna cum laude. Zulicki Willful Corset White. Justin Matthew Lay Wooliver. Associate in General Studies, Koda Busugi. You may be seated. Will the Bachelor of Arts candidates please stand and come forward. Bachelor of Arts Biology, Stephen Craig Borg. Caitlin Renee Erickson. Devin Sloan Smith. Gabriel Thomas James Swanson. Bachelor of Arts, Criminal Justice, Ricardo Almanza Jr. Junior F. Espino. Dylan James Hugstead. Cole Robert Kempinen. Bryce James Mitchell, cum laude. Brady James Peterson. Bachelor of Arts, Communication, Natasha Kern. Bachelor of Arts English, Natalie Wilmine Horn. Dana J. Bukulski. Bachelor of Arts History, Christopher Yaney. Joshua Charles Moore. Bachelor of Arts Liberal Studies, Jessica Deneen Anderson. Alexander Patrick Freeman. Bachelor of Arts Psychology, Kellen Ray Morris. Bachelor of Arts Sociology, Jessie Marie Diaz. Taylor May Holmstrom, cum laude, and Finlandia Graduation Honor Society. You may be seated. Will the Bachelors of Business Administration candidates please stand and come forward. Kendall Nance Bolin Porter. Sharif Bortani. Monica Renee Freeman, Magna Cum Laude, Santo Society, and Finlandia Graduation Honor Society. Aaron Paul Froelich. Winter, cum laude. Haley Claire Macala, student cum laude, Soho Society, Alpha Lambda Delta Honor Society. Logan Edwin Moore. Casey Jonathan Nicholas. Matthew Lee Prouty, cum laude. Alexander Nicholas Krasentsov. Summa cum laude, Soho Society. Alexis K. Rowe, summa cum laude, Soho Society. Caitlin Marie Siegel. You may be seated. Will the Bachelor of Fine Arts candidates please come forward? Bachelor of Fine Arts, Fiber and Fashion Design, Gina M. Leachy. Jessica Lou Shields, magna Hannah Rose Smith, Alpha Lambda Delta Honor Society. Design, Marina Kathleen Dalton. Angela May Kilpala. David Love. Bachelor of Fine Arts, Intermedia, Gianna Catherine Herring. Joe Conroy, Alpha Lambda Delta Honor Society. You may be seated for a moment. Will the Bachelor of Science nursing candidates please come forward? Shannon Martha Anderson, good morning. Nicole Irene Anderson, magna cum laude. Rebecca A. Anderson. Sierra Page Arvon. Nicole Elizabeth Blandville, cum laude. Serena Ray Jaime. Anna Grace Johnson, magna cum laude. Tyler Todd Nelson Kangas. Patrice Marie Lampre. Amy Catherine Madsen. Will all graduates please stand, turn and face the audience. Will everyone please stand for the benediction?
It's morning at Finlandia. You think it's afternoon? Commencement means beginning. Commencement is a morning. It's a morning. It's a new day. The Jewish people on their highest holy day have a morning prayer, which I'd like to share with you. It's a blessing of sorts. This day, you strengthen us. Amen. This day, you bless us. Amen. This day, you lift us up. Amen. This day, you visit us for good. Amen. This day, you inscribe our names in the book of life. Amen. This day, you choose us for a happy life. Amen. This day, you listen if we cry. Amen. This day, you hear our prayers in kindness and mercy. Amen. This day, you support us with your careful hand and outstretched arm. Amen. This day, you bless our whole world with peace. Amen. What wonderful blessings. They're promised. The Jewish people simply announce them. As good as done. God is as good as God's word. And amen means may it be so. May it be so.